That's pathetic. There we go.
You spilled tea on my floor! Hi, welcome to MasterCast.
Episode 22.
Yes.
Yes.
That is
the episode we are on.
The episode number.
Yes. Ooh, big one today.
Yes. So today is our MCU Recap. And I was going to make the thumbnail before you, but I was too busy editing a video that I'm working on that, if you're listening to this on day of release, should be up tomorrow. Oh, that's my dog. He wants letting in. Yeah, by the way, if you hear sounds of us struggling with the dog, it's because...
we are struggling with the dog.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
To put it bluntly...
Well, so... today is the UK release of Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
But...
Speaking of, I know something, I think.
Do you?
I know a spoiler.
Keep it to yourself.
All I will say, I'm still taking it with a bit of a grain of salt. Oh my god, Pat, shut up. I know you're the channel mascot, but, like, seriously, shut up.
Such a diva.
Yep. Because I heard it from two different people with two different lessons, and there was a thing that correlated, I was like, okay, that's probably what it is.
No, Pat,
fortunately, it's kind of...
I did say this was a bad idea, because half the conversation will be no patch, get down.
Yeah, basically. Fortunately, it's kind of something that I already half expected anyway.
Don't tell me.
So it's not like the entirety of everything Rocket Raccoon does, or whatever. It's something that... It's not like specific details or whatever. But that is all I'll say.
You've really planned this out with the dog.
Yeah.
Are you kind of regretting it now?
Nah, he's fine. He's good.
Should we not shut that door so we can't hear the water when he drinks it?
Okay, fine.
That's not about it. So this has been something we've decided to do, and we thought today would be the best day to do it, considering we're not watching Endgame on the day of release due to some ungodly reason, which involves our friend not booking it properly, Adam, and also the website's crashing, so we couldn't book it for today. So today, instead, we decided to do...
You're not getting up.
An MCU...
Recap. Retrospective.
Ranking. Retrospective.
Retrospective. Yes.
Words beginning with R.
All of the words except Marvel Cinematic and Universe.
Yes. So...
Do you mind?
We have made lists of all 21 movies apart from Endgame.
Apart from Endgame, because we haven't seen it, obviously.
So, all 21.
So, from Iron Man to Captain Marvel, including Paul the Incredible Hulk, thank you very much, because it counts.
Yes, sorry. Patch,
I'm in years 19. No, there's 21, Paul. Are we including Incredible Hulk? Yes.
Patch,
why would we not? Patch!
I'm being insulted by the dog again.
Okay, I'm just going to pause it until we sort out this situation. We'll see you in a... we won't see you in a minute, but... Okay, we're back, and we came up with a temporary solution, but, you know...
Emphasis on temporary,
we may still, if, you know... we might still have dog troubles, but...
It might not work.
Oh, that's going to cause troubles.
It is.
Just leave it for a bit.
Yeah, we're not going to have that.
We'll sort it.
So, our recap.
So, we're gonna go through these in terms of ranking in rather than release order, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Partly because I can't quite remember the release order.
The release order is Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, The First Avenger, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor, The Dark World, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain America, Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor, Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and Avengers Endgame. That's the release order, but it's fine.
Right. Okay. Let's just do the ranking.
Can't breathe.
Let's just do the ranking.
Who's starting? Oh, so Paul's just done a ranking, and I've done a ranking, and for each movie I've done a little 2-sentence summary.
Lucky for you, I am incredibly good at ad-libbing.
And then we're gonna, we're gonna have a discussion about it as well.
Of course we are.
But so do you want to start? You've got some in pairs.
I have got some in pairs.
You're gonna have to unpair them, please. You're going to have to choose.
I am going to choose. That's why I had them in pairs, because at the time of writing said list, I was just like...
Okay, but you have to choose,
yes.
And then when you get to the second one, you got to say, just make sure that... They're very interchangeable.
In position number
21.
21.
You have
Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
I have The Incredible Hulk.
Okay. I have a number 21.
Ooh.
Let me just...
Ooh.
No, shit, Patch! Fuck off!
Not you, Patch.
I'm sorry. No. Stop.
This isn't gonna
Hang
go
on, we're
well.
going to pause again. And we're back again. We're having lots of fun here. Anyway, my number 21 is Thor the Dark World. So, what I wrote for this one is... Just going to chuck that down so you can't... Yeah. Despite being, surprisingly, one of the most visually appealing entries in the MCU, The Dark World feels like a waste of a Thor movie. Even more so considering how the characters changed since in Ragnarok and Infinity War. The writers are a bit unintentionally racist by getting rid of Hogan at the start for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And 60% of the cast try their best with what they're given, while the other 40% clearly don't want to be there.
I mean, yeah. I find with The Incredible Hulk that at the time it was released, it was a pretty good film.
Mm.
But it's coming up to it now, and these lists are completely subjective.
Yeah, of course.
It's the one that I am least passionate about rewatching.
I can see that because, like, obviously it's not Ruffalo.
It's not. I really love Ruffalo as the
That's fair enough.
Hulk, so that's a big influence on it. Also, the effects on Hulk.
I mean, they're not as bad as people say they are, but they're not great. Yeah,
they're not great. There are some other parts in the film that I'm not too much of a fan of, like namely the cave scene where it's Hulk and Betty. I'm just like, did you really need that? Like, really? Mm. I've got no problems with Ed Norton.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Tim Roth as well.
Yep.
They're both good. It's just... It's not... It's the film that I'm least passionate about rewatching. Because by no stretch are any of the Marvel films bad.
Yeah.
They're all pretty good.
Yeah. So I've gone with Thor the Dark World because, I mean, if you've listened to any of this, you know that I really don't like Thor the Dark World. And I will admit, when I rewatched it, I enjoyed it more than I did the last time I watched it. That being said, it is still last. Because it does just feel like a waste of a Thor movie. Like, it introduces an Infinity Stone, and it's just, no one cares. I don't care.
He's wrapped up by the end of it.
Doesn't matter, you don't even need to watch this to understand the ether. Because, like, nothing that it does correlates to it being the Reality Stone in Infinity War anyway. Yeah. So, Malekith is a bad villain. And some of it's got funny bits, but it's just meh. It's the most, like, bland.
Okay.
But that's... Okay. What's your number 20, then?
My number 20 is... I should probably know this off by heart, because it's Iron Man 2.
Same.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh.
20, Iron Man 2. I've said...
Yes.
A little too confident in the appeal of its main character for its own good.
Yes.
Iron Man 2 knows that the Avengers is going to happen whatever, so it just half-asses everything because it knows it'll make money anyway.
Yes.
War Machine Mark 1 is still the best War Machine armour.
Yeah.
And Sam Rockwell would steal the movie if it weren't for that damn bird.
Yes.
I want my bird!
My bird.
Yeah, Iron Man 2, it's fine, but it's like, it is just set up for the Avengers.
It is a setup for the Avengers, and it's really annoying because it is branching out the story of Iron Man, but it's just like, come on, he's had 2 films by the time it's Avengers. Yeah,
I think either Whiplash or Justin Hammer could really work if you committed to just one of them.
As opposed to both.
Yeah, and Justin Hammer is really good, and get him back, just get him back, you bastards.
Yeah.
But Whiplash really doesn't.
It doesn't necessarily work. I mean, I like the Hammer drones.
Yeah.
This is the thing with the film. This was I think it was the first MCU film that I went out to the cinema to go and watch.
Really? The first one I went to the cinema to watch was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So this was the first.
I'd seen most of them before that, but
oh yeah, I'd seen everything before I went to go and watch this one, but
yeah,
this was the first one I wanted to go out and watch, and it's probably one of the only movies that I've gone out the cinema and just gone.
I mean, if I'd seen it that young, I would just have thought it was amazing because I thought The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was good when I first saw it. So,
I mean, like this is the thing though, because looking back on it, it's got some pretty decent armor in it. It's got some very nice visuals in it. There's like AC/DC, and I love AC/DC.
Yeah, I think the Mark V's a bit overrated actually.
Which one's the Mark V?
The suitcase one.
I hate the suitcase one.
It's just bad, isn't it?
I hate it. It's not sleek, which is Iron Man's MO, really.
No.
Apart from the Mark 1.
Mark 1's badass. Mark
1 is just fucking fight me.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, and it's just... You say Dark World is a waste, I say this one's a waste. Because it's just like...
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Another Iron Man film before Avengers? Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Let's do that one.
Yeah.
It's just not out there enough.
That's fair enough, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, so...
So, what is your number 19?
My number 19 is...
Also, let us know when you get to ones that are doubled.
It's Civil War.
Really?
Yeah. You said yours was edgy.
Ho, ho, ho. My number 19 is The Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
For this one, I said, maybe this one should be a bit higher. But knowing that Ed Norton gets replaced by Mark Ruffalo makes The Incredible Hulk less fun to watch in hindsight, even though he's arguably a better fit for Bruce Banner. Arguably. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not as bad as most say it is. An Abomination is pretty decent, I suppose, although I'm not sure why Liv Tyler whispers 90% of her lines.
That is a big gripe. The other one I forgot to say. But yes, my number 19 is Civil War.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you now, Civil War's not very high on mine either, so...
Okay, but it's not this low, is it?
It's not this low.
Okay, so...
You put Thor the Dark World above Civil War?
Yeah.
Why?
Because reasons. You'll find out.
I better bloody find out. I'm not happy about that.
The whole thing with Civil War is... My gripe with it's a Captain America film. But it's really an Avengers film, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when you hear my summary...
It's an Avengers film.
Yeah.
They just decided, who's a prominent figure in Civil War? Captain America. So I'm just like...
We can't think of any other good Captain America stories, so we'll just do Civil War, fuck it.
So, first, that's my first gripe with it.
Yeah.
My second gripe with it...
The thing is...
the colour palette.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit bland, isn't it?
It's bland.
The thing is, Civil War is like... I'm just going to move that a little bit. Civil War is like... It's too early for them to do it.
Yeah.
But there's no other time they could have done it.
Yes.
So it's like they kind of backed themselves into a corner if they wanted to do Civil War, and obviously they did. But it's like...
Yeah, but that's one issue with it. And I mean, there are great moments in it. I mean, the reveal of Black Panther.
Yeah.
Where he's bulletproof and can keep up with the super soldiers, and you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then there's also the comic panel coming to life at the end.
Yeah.
I like that. Also, I'm quite a bit of a fan of the the Winter Soldiers twist. It's just like, he's actually shot them. Why has he done that?
I don't like that because the trailers made it very obvious that was never going to happen. So, when I watched that, the first time I watched it, I never felt like that was going to be the conclusion because I knew the conclusion was Cap and Bucky versus Iron Man.
I mean,
so that kind of
soured it for you.
Yeah, misdirection didn't work, and then obviously it doesn't work any times I've subsequently rewatched it because I know what happens.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But when I first watched it, I remember I didn't follow too heavily on it, so I was just like, they're not doing.
They don't they try. It's like they want to make that twist work, but they don't do enough to convince you that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it just kind of falls flat on his ass.
Generally, there are some good bits in it.
Yeah.
But,
there are some great bits in it, but
overall, it's just I don't.
Wow. Wow. I'm genuinely... That's insane. What's your number 18 then?
Captain Marvel.
Ooh. My number 18
is
Avengers Age of Ultron.
Oh.
With flaws both major and minor.
That's a...
With flaws...
Oh, that's a...
Let me say my thing!
That's a big gap.
With flaws, both major and minor, that become more apparent the more you look for them, it's not hard to see how and why Age of Ultron broke Joss Whedon. A great vocal performance by James Spader is overshadowed by an over-designed CGI Ultron body, and the fact that the sub-Ultrons can fall apart from one punch is laughably pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
I realise I've spelt sub-Ultrons as Ultons, and pathetic is pathetic there, but that's fine.
That's fine. So, Captain Marvel at my number 18.
Yeah.
There are bits that I really, really like Talos.
Yeah.
Pretty much the Skrulls.
Yeah.
They're fucking great.
Yeah.
It's just most other things in that film are just a bit meh.
That's fair enough.
Because, I mean, the Kree Star Force...
Yeah.
This is, like, very nitpicky for what we're doing here, but just... They're not that bright. I want the Krees to have blue skin.
Yeah.
Like the kind of brightish blue skin that Nebula sort of has.
Mm.
I want that kind of thing. It's a comic book film. I mean, come on, the massive space people go overboard. And there's also some...
Especially at this point where we've had the Guardians films and stuff.
Yeah.
That does feel a little bit safe.
It feels incredibly safe. And also there is also other bits to it that I like. The Nick Fury as his himself, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
The Maria Rambeau, no.
Yeah.
I feel that's a bit forced. There's
A
like
little
not much
bit.
chemistry there.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel's powers and most of the CGI in that film is just... it's bloody good. And there's just bits of it that's just... You've got the whole Captain Marvel's powers things with their insane colours, and you've got the weapons with all their magical effects and everything, and then you just look at some other things and it's just like, but this is very bland. When they know that going full colour, full... like
they can do that.
All guns blazing, it just works so well.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah.
That's why
Age of Ultron, I just think, is a bit of a mess. An enjoyable mess. But I prefer the MCU Quicksilver to the X-Men Quicksilver.
I also do as well.
I don't like that Ultron has, like, lips and teeth.
Teeth, I'm not especially fond of. The lips I can cope with.
I mean, it is the teeth that... but... it's just, like... It just is a mess. I think, you know, they tried to make Hawkeye the moral compass of the Avengers, and it's like only because he didn't get any character development in the Avengers. So like,
because he was mind controlled.
So
you felt that was a bit forced, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And but like, you know, that after party scene is incredible.
Yes.
And James Spader is really good as Ultron. I just don't particularly care for the design of Ultron.
Okay.
And I think the Bruce Banner and Black Widow romance is a bit forced as well.
Okay. This is rather intriguing.
Yeah, I just think it's a bit of a mess.
Okay, so we're going on to number 17 now?
Yeah.
Is it 17 now?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. My number 17 is Thor: The Dark World.
Why is it above... I don't understand. Why is it so high?
Why is it, would you like me to explain mine before you announce yours?
Yeah.
Right, okay, I just really like Thor. I really, really like Thor. I'm a sucker for Norse mythology, and bits of it don't annoy me because, you know, Curse doesn't look like that.
I think Curse is pretty cool.
I know Curse doesn't look like that in the comics.
Yeah.
I know it is very garish in the comics.
Oh, yeah.
So it will never come to life like that. I just wanted it to be a tad more like Curse. That's the one gripe I have with Curse. the Reality Stone stuff, the fact that it acts more like a power amplifier as opposed to reality distortion. Really? Come on, be a bit more inventive. But other things, like the whole opening with King Bor fighting the Dark Elves. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, okay.
I really love that.
But Natalie Portman just doesn't want to be there.
She doesn't want to.
She really doesn't want to be there. Anthony Hopkins is literally taking the piss.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston is good, and Chris Evans steals the movie with his little cameo.
Yeah.
As Loki as Captain America, but
generally, I like
it's
that.
It's just boring. Although, it really combats the bland visual aesthetic of the MCU as a whole with its, it's got some good use of lighting, and I appreciate that. And it's got some decent music, and I appreciate that.
Also, I will say that perhaps one of my favourite pieces of music in the entire MCU comes from that film.
Is that you don't mean the funeral?
I do mean the funeral.
Oh.
Not your rendition, but I like it.
Hey, my rendition is beautiful. Anyway,
I just really like that, and just
fair enough. I prefer it more in Ragnarok when they use it to take the piss of Loki's death in the play.
I just enjoy it more than those other films that we have listed prior.
Alright, my number 17 is Captain America Civil War.
So it's really not that far away, so you can't have a go at me.
I never said it was that far away.
Yeah.
So for this one, I said, it's trying to adapt a comic storyline that could never truly be done justice.
Yes.
Civil War is an Avengers movie that's twisted and squeezed into being a Captain America one.
Yes.
And I like it less and less every time I watch it.
Indeed.
Because of that. Spider-Man gets introduced just because we have the rights to him now. And I'll never find I Know That Road unintentionally hilarious.
What?
When they show Tony the clip of his parents' death, he goes, I know that road. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? You know a road from 20 years ago. Piss off.
So that's why you just think it's a bit pointless?
Yeah, like Spider-Man, there's no reason for him to show up.
Yeah, there isn't. That's why I didn't mention that, but it was just like, oh, come on. Really?
Yeah.
Instead of developing some of the other characters, you just go, Spider-Man!
Do you want more tea?
Yes, please.
I'll try and stop with the tea ASMR, seeing as nobody likes that.
Well, it is very loud. I'll move it closer to you. So...
I better not spill tea on myself. Because
I'm not going to spill tea on myself. Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So we are now on number 16.
Yeah, what's your number 16?
I'm on 3.
Okay.
Is that rather high on your list, Johnny? I can tell by your face.
You'll find out. Well, okay. My number 16... is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Ooh.
Is that really high on your list?
Yeah, same gap as Ultron.
It may not be the best MCU movie, but it is definitely the most MCU movie. With connections to the wider universe showing up every few minutes that ultimately end up being a detriment to the film as a whole. To its credit, when it's good, it's really good, with highlights including that super intense scene in the car, Peter being genuinely terrified after getting trapped under rubble, and the Cap PSA post-credits troll where Evans is visibly trying to not smile because he's having so much fun. One of the best post-credits gags. I fucking love it.
I'm not quite comfortable with where you've put Homecoming.
I'm not comfortable with you putting the Dark World of a Civil War. I don't...
Right, okay, I'll talk about my Iron Man 3 thing.
Yeah, go on.
Right, so...
Is it because of the Mandarin?
No, actually. It's not because of the fact that Ben Kingsley isn't the Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
I actually quite like the fact that he's not the Mandarin.
Yeah.
I'm rather a big fan of it, because it's just like... Ooh.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
It's smart plays.
Yeah.
And it does make a tad more sense, given the climate when it was released.
And also, like, the comics Mandarin is a racist caricature.
Very much so.
So
there's other aspects to this film that I'm not particularly a big fan of. There's the whole stint with the kid.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest fan of that.
All right.
Even though it does lead to some Tony suitless Iron Manning.
I don't remember what I wrote for Iron Man 3, but we'll get there.
I do like some of it. I also dislike pretty much the opening, where I don't.
You mean the flashback?
Yeah, I don't like the whole beginning of that. I mean, as a beginning to aim, I quite like that. With the fact that it brings up the first thing of the Extremis project.
Yeah.
I like that, and I just thought, hang on a minute, odds are those two have met. Might as well cross them together as a solid foundation to hating Tony Stark. No, not really.
Not really, no.
No, and it's also there's Yinsen there just because he can be.
Yeah.
It's just like, why does Yinsen need to be there? Yinsen had so much sacrifice in the first one.
Yeah.
So there's other bits like that. Also, the whole vice president thing.
Yeah.
It's a bit floppy.
But the leg?
Don't. It's,
I'm so sorry. That was not okay. I have to formally apologise for that. That was not...
As a plan for sort of world domination type things, really, the vice president of America? What does... Name a vice president of America. Now, go. That's it, you can't.
Mike Pence isn't vice president, is he?
I don't know. I can't.
Dick Cheney, was he vice president?
I think he was VP at one point, but who was he VP to?
I don't know, I'm not American.
Exactly.
I don't know the bloody...
That's...
well, you put it like that, Paul. Fucking hell.
So, there's that, it's a bit floppy. There's other bits that I do like, sort of Killian being in the Patriot suit as like a little hint to Norman Osborn when
It's not Killian.
Aldrich Killian.
It's not him.
Is it not him?
It's Sabin.
Oh, it's
his henchman.
Oh, what fucking ever. I don't care. One of the extremist people got in the suit and did the things. I quite liked it because it was a hint to Norman Osborn when he was Iron Patriot and managed to trick people.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how that fucking worked though, because you'd ask him to lift up the helmet. It's just, he's not Cody. But there's bits that I like, there's bits that I don't like, and overall it's just meh.
Yeah, I just think that Spider-Man Homecoming, like, Peter just makes a dumb decision, like, all the time. He's just like, at first it's like, oh, he's a dumb kid, but then the more bad decisions he makes, it just gets irritating.
No, it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Like, Happy's just a bit of a dick to him. And, like, Toombs is a great villain. Vulture's a really good villain, but, like... I just didn't... There isn't, like a really memorable action sequence from it.
Okay.
I don't know, I just didn't really like... I just think it had too many references to the wider MCU for its own good, to be honest.
Alright, okay then. What is your number 15?
Oh, it's you first.
Alright, fine then. Avengers.
The first one?
The Avengers.
Oh.
Oh, is that your number one?
It's not my number one.
Is it your top three?
You'll find out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the original Avengers. There's bits that I really love.
Yeah.
But also, having seen how far the characters have come from that point, I just can't hold it up to the rest of them.
Okay.
I just can't.
Okay.
So, there's the develop. Alright, there's what they established with Captain America. Wait, did First Avenger came out before the Avengers?
Yeah, it was the last one before the Avengers.
Yes. Okay. So I liked what they did.
They're all in order there.
Oh, are they? Oh, that's good. I liked what they did with the first Avenger and developing Cap's character. I just felt like a bit of a caricature. in Avengers just like,
old
man, out of time, doesn't it? Runs on some form of electricity.
Yeah,
really?
That joke never really worked for me.
Really? There's other...
The flying monkeys, I understood that reference joke. That works, but it seems to run on some form of electricity.
Just really.
Like, you did have electricity in the 1940s. You weren't using fucking gaslight.
Yeah. So there's that kind of thing that I'm not particularly... I mean, right, also, he works and fought against Hydra Tech.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit of a wire. That's terrifying, isn't it? Rather than some giant blue, massive nebulous energy source. Whatever. Right. There's that kind of gripe to it. It really is just because of the fact that this was the starting point for those characters. And some of them have developed so massively.
Yeah.
And also I felt that some of them beforehand were also a lot better than where they were at this point.
Yeah.
I will say the Battle of New York's pretty good.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Yeah.
There are some funny quips out of it. There's some great teamwork scenes and all of that. And I also like it how Captain America in that point really became the leader.
Yeah.
Those are bits I like. There are some generally good performances. And then there is just, as a whole, meh. Because this is the point in my lists where it's just like, okay, these are all good films.
Yeah.
It's just this one is the least good.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Okay, my number 15, that's what we're on, yeah?
Yes, it
is Ant-Man.
Ooh.
Quite why people said it was the most standalone MCU entry at the time, when there was literally a scene with Falcon at the Avengers mansion, I don't know.
Yeah.
But Ant-Man has fun knowing that its main character is stupid. That's why nobody can say his name with a straight face. Michael Pena is the undisputed MVP, but
Yes.
Corey Stoll plays a caricature rather than a character.
I mean, all very good points.
It actually has something in common with the Avengers, which I will get to when I talk about the Avengers.
Has something in common.
It's not what you... It's not.
Alright, okay, I'll be interested to see it. What this in common thing
Don't
is.
hype it up too much, it's not.
No, but I'll be interested to see what parallel you draw.
It's not a story type thing. You'll understand.
I'm still a bit curious. So, this is your number 15?
Yeah.
I will admit.
Ant-Man is fine.
It's good to watch.
Ant-Man is just fine.
Just good.
It's not bad, it's not great.
Just a film.
You know, it exists.
Good film. So that's where you put it.
That's what, yeah.
Would you like to hear my number 14?
Is it Ant-Man?
It is Ant-Man. For basically the same reason.
It's the most, average, isn't it?
Oh.
It's the most fine of them all, I think.
Yeah. I mean... Oh shit, no it's not.
It's not Ant-Man.
It's not Ant-Man. Ant-Man's the one after that. It's 13. Fuck.
What's your number
Black Panther.
14? Black Panther?
Black Panther.
Okay.
Black Panther.
Okay.
Black Panther.
Why?
Sorry, we cocked that up. It was going to be professional.
Fuck's sake,
Quick rundown as why my Black Panther is number
It's
14.
not your Black Panther.
Oh. Black
It
Panther
belongs to you.
Black Panther is mine.
Belongs to all the black people. Look at all the black people.
Okay, so first off that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that entire stick about.
Yeah.
I mean, go equality.
Yeah.
Go. This is a creative decision that you choose to do everything, but for fuck's sake, start putting it down our throats.
Yeah.
Also, it basically broke Chadwick Boseman.
The press.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda maybe. Wakanda if I have to. It broke Chadwick Boseman. Patch, please.
We're just gonna pause.
So, Black Panther, it broke Chadwick Boseman.
It did.
It was a bit stuffed in our faces.
Yeah.
Villain was great.
Yeah, I think I'll get to it when I talk about Black Panther. But...
It seemed it was in my eyes overhyped, but it's just a film that I will like watching.
Yeah.
It's got to this point in the list where it's just like I would gladly sit down.
Yeah, they're
and
all
watch
good
any of them.
from here now.
No, it's just.
I mean, I would watch most of them, but
It's just the
Yeah.
These ones are the ones where it's just like, okay, now it's hard to choose. We're getting a bit nippy. Also, can we just talk like the rhinos? Really?
Yeah, that's dumb.
And some of the jokes. Like, I mean, one that never got me was the chase scene in Korea. Where Okoye just got guns, so primitive, and I'm just like, you have a fucking spear.
See, that joke I sort of liked, but the joke when Claw destroys a car and Nakia is still in the seat, that's dumb.
Yeah.
My number 14, Captain Marvel.
Ooh.
The only film here that I haven't yet rewatched. The unfortunate truth is that Captain Marvel will never be able to separate itself from its real-world political climate, at least not for a long time. Regardless of its quality as a film, which is fine, but definitely more forgettable than some other MCU entries. Everyone here seems to be having fun though, except maybe Jude Law. He looks a bit bored.
See, I think that's fairly the same criticism that I have for Black Panther. It's just it got a bit too political.
Yeah, it's the real world climate, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that is something that I agree with for Black Panther, but. Yeah, Captain Marvel's just kind of
By
fine.
no means are we against equality. It's just
for
the love of fuck, it's a comic book movie.
Yeah, but it's just hard to separate them now, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do enough to. It doesn't have it's not like as distinct in its style and tone as some of the others.
Yeah.
But that's just.
I think this is some of the ones where you can just go, it's a Marvel film.
Yeah, it's definitely a Marvel film.
And that's a good phrase you can use for it, because it is a bit generic, but...
Yeah. Number 13. Now, don't tell me. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Huh? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. No, it's
What shit!
It's Ant-Man.
God damn...
Alright film.
It's just fine, isn't it?
It's an alright film.
It's just so fine.
Pretty good characters. Villains.
Yeah.
Bit shit.
Yeah.
I
think Yellow Jacket might even maybe be worse than Malekith.
Potentially. I mean,
they're both shit.
The advertisement for the Yellow Jacket suit was just like, corporate espionage. Just went, what?
the advertisement for the Yellow Jacket suits. Introducing the Yellow Jacket. Only purchase this if you're evil.
Yeah. Pretty much, and also, I cannot escape the fact that one of my friends thought the science in it was 100% accurate. As in, like, you can feasibly get a man to go smaller than the size of the piece that makes up one atom. And I was just like, no, you can't. And he went, yeah, you can, if you shrink the space between them. I just go, okay, you can shrink the space between them, but you can't make the things that make it up any smaller. So, you can't make something that's made up of, say, 6 electrons smaller than one fucking electron. Which is why I just can't stand the whole quantum realm. It's just like, maybe if it was a dimension jump, sure. But it's not. They just explain it as... you get smaller. I don't like it because of that. And that's why it's down there. Apart from that, I'd watch it any day of the week.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what's yours?
Number 13.
Yes.
Thor.
Ooh.
The biggest jump up in my ranking since the last time I watched all of these. Thor is just nice. And as much as I hate to admit it, Loki was probably the best Phase 1 villain even before the Avengers.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, I don't agree with that.
Okay. Feige is right to regret dyeing Hemsworth's eyebrows because they look fake as shit. And my neck does hurt a little bit due to having to adjust for all the aggressive amounts of Dutch tilt.
That is perhaps my biggest gripe with that film.
The Dutch tilt.
My neck hurts.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I just pulled my jaw. My jaw hurts. I don't know what's done.
Is that everything else in that film is pretty good?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just nice.
It is. It is. I
It's a nice little film.
I really like Thor.
Yeah. It's got some nice music.
It's some very good music. Yeah. Thor has some. The whole Thor trilogy has pretty good music.
Yeah.
That's one thing that isn't necessarily brought up because, again, they can just say it's just vaguely Marvel music for most of them. So, are we on number 12 now?
Just wait.
Are we?
Yes, we are on number 12, Paul.
And we now have
the
dog.
Yeah, we now have the dog with us. So.
My number 12 is the second Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wisp.
The Wisp. I have put that one higher. I can't quite remember why. It's probably because I had a laugh watching it.
Yeah.
I really laughed watching it. It was very funny. Just really had a laugh watching it. It was funny moments. I mean, the villains, they're not particularly good, but my God, are they funny?
Yeah.
It's just a really entertaining film.
Yeah.
I wish I could put it higher, but purely because of the fact that it's not stellar.
Yeah.
It's just pretty good.
Yeah.
I like watching it.
My number 12 is Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
Probably the most formulaic of the bunch, at least in Phase 3.
Yes.
Doctor Strange is a good movie that becomes a great movie in its wonderfully creative third act. The pop culture references are painfully unfunny.
Yes.
But few and far between that they're mostly forgivable. And a great cast all bring their A-game to a sorcery mumbo-jumbo filled script that's just self-aware enough to avoid being ridiculously silly.
Yes. I wholeheartedly agree.
It's just kind of alright, but then when you get the time stuff and the dark dimension stuff and the time looping, that's really good.
It goes from being alright to ho.
But the first 2/3 are just alright, so...
Yes, they are. I will wholeheartedly agree with that one. That's just a generally good analysis of Doctor Strange.
Yeah, what is your number 11?
Doctor Strange.
Well, funnily enough, my number 11 is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Whoa.
So we just swapped.
So, one of the things that I really
Are you sure you've got that right and you've not gone to actually your number...
No, I've done it properly. Okay.
Good.
Right, so Doctor Strange. You've said all that kind of thing, and I love it.
Yeah.
But one thing you haven't mentioned, or two things you haven't mentioned that I love.
Teach me, boy.
Numero uno, it's got the man that played Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh, yes.
Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
That fight scene is just glorious.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Also, the Lamborghini crash.
What about it?
I just really like it because it's all done practically.
Fair enough.
And that I'm a real sucker for cars in real life anyway. And then when car crashes are done practical and it looks as good as that,
yeah,
I'm just... Ooh. Because Lamborghini, they gave them 6 cars.
Yeah.
That alone is like 1.2 million.
Lamborghini.
It's like 1.2 million.
Bitch, I know you see me
Stop
in my
saying
Lambo. Oh shit! I crashed. It's a Doctor Strange version.
I also like it how they...
Now I am a wizard.
Stop it. I also like it how their one contractual agreement was just make sure it's abundantly clear that it's him who causes the crash.
That it's his. Yeah, that's his fault.
Not us. Because, let's face it, it's a testament to Lamborghini as well, because did Doctor Strange die in that crash? No. He's still alive. Good on you, Lamborghini.
Oh, well done, Lamborghini.
Also, bad Lamborghini, you sold it to Batman.
Lamborghini has plot armor.
Do you know why Lamborghini exists in that film?
Why?
Because Lamborghini's owned by Audi.
Fair enough, innit?
And
of course, Stephen Strange won't drive an Audi. He'll drive a Lamborghini. Yeah, so Ant-Man and the Wasp. For this one, I said...
Yes.
Inexplicably the funniest of all of them. The funniest. I laughed out loud the most rewatching this one. Literally everyone in Ant-Man and the Wasp is hilarious, and it gradually gets more and more silly until the third act chase sequence, when it almost becomes a parody of itself in the best possible way.
Yes.
The inclusion of Ghost makes the action even more inventive than the first.
Yes, it does.
And it manages to tell a cohesive story, even with the ridiculous number of subplots, probably because there's 5 credited writers, for some reason, including Paul Rudd. Why you need 5 writers for such a fine, just alright film, I don't know, but...
It is the most laugh-out-loud film that Marvel have made. And I Really love it. Also, the ant that plays the drums.
Yeah.
That's so fucking hilarious, and I don't know why. It's just so funny. It just goes through Paul Rudd's daily routine, and I'm just...
The best is when he's in the bath!
I find the drum kit just so funny, because I'm just like, what in the shit is it doing?
Playing the drums.
I know he's playing the drums. Oh, it's just so funny.
Oh, God.
It's just a funny film.
Here we go. Top 10! What's your number 10?
Is it top 10?
Yeah, we're on top 10.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
How the fuck did this make it in your top 10, man?
I just really like it.
It's a mess.
I like it.
Okay, but it's a mess.
I really like it.
Alright, my number 10. Black Panther.
How did this make it into your number 10?
Not as good as everyone thought it was when it came out, and the ropey CGI does let it down.
It does.
But now we're able to view its quality as a film without the overbearing nature of its real-world cultural impact. Black Panther is admittedly pretty good.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis and Winston Duke steal the first and second halves of the film respectively, but Forrest Whitaker is embarrassingly shit. The king will now have the power of the Black Panther stripped away!
Okay, I just really
Don't quit your day job, Mr. Whitaker.
I just really like Age of Ultron. I really like Ultron. I really like the...
James Spader's really good, I just don't care for the design. It's over-designed.
The first iteration of Ultron where he's been wrecked...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And when he first gets his big suit.
I suppose Ultron...
it doesn't...
Ultimate Ultron in Sokovia, the end, is... No.
No. That Ultron's pretty bad. I do like the little joke of it where I'm on you've been juicing.
Yeah. And he does look puffy. It's like, so you made him look puffy, and then instead of like fixing it, you just made a joke about it?
To be honest with you,
it's not even a fucking real prop!
I wouldn't mind if they fully embraced the Ultron and really just made him look, either him or his drones, look like comic Ultron.
See, the drones look sort of like comic Ultron, but I'd rather have him...
consistent design thing. And I wouldn't like...
And I don't think that you need the drones. I think you should have just had him working just on his own.
But you know what would have been really cool?
What would have been really cool?
Maybe, say, as many Ultrons as there are Avengers, each a little specialised to help
Maybe,
fight
but like, Abomination was originally going to be in Age of Ultron, and I would have preferred that.
Okay, so I just really like Edgy Ultron.
Okay, I suppose.
I mean, the party scene as well.
Yeah, the party scene's great, so, you know.
What a good scene.
Yeah.
Also, you mentioned that Hawkeye felt a bit forced. I just really liked it.
Yeah, it's nice, but it feels forced.
Sure, whatever. I just like Hawkeye.
And like the fact that Helen Cho shows up, dies, and then is never mentioned again. It's just weird.
Oh, I just really forget about that.
Yeah.
I don't even know why she's in the after party scene.
Yeah.
I mean, really? Well, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but whatever.
Okay. It's enjoyable, but Age of Ultron is one of those where, like, whilst you're watching it, it's really enjoyable, and then it ends and you're like, oh, that wasn't as good as I thought it was whilst I was watching it. That's, at least for me, that's how it is.
Okay. Can we go number 9 now?
That's my dog pitter-pattering on the laminate. Yeah, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is Thor.
Oh shit, yeah. I'm losing track of what we've put where, so...
Isn't your Thor kind of low?
13, I think, my Thor is.
Oh, my Thor's number 9.
Yeah, Thor's 13 for me.
So, there's one gripe I have with this film.
Yep.
It's the
Dutch
fucking camera angles. It's not necessary. There's one good scene for it.
When
Loki goes on the throne, it's I am now king, and I just go, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
the rest, when they're like walking to the hospital, what's the point?
I feel like I should just permanently watch it.
It's like
on the side.
Yeah, innit?
And I'm not going to tilt the TV, so I have to tilt my neck, and my neck just aches.
You have to get your TV on a thing where you can with little handles.
Oh, you just have a little wheel that's attached to a pulley system. You just turn.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go up and mess
Yeah.
it. You just turn it.
Every time it cuts to pause it, go up, move the TV, sit back down.
So yeah, that's the one gripe I have with this film, because
Yeah.
just visually it's so beautiful.
It just is nice, isn't it?
It's also I like.
Although Thor is a bit of a bloodthirsty dickhead, but that's the point.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I also like it that they made Thor look like a colossal twat,
Yeah.
and then that was his whole arc, and I was just like, oh, that's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Also, Coulson,
Yeah.
son of Cole.
Son of Cole.
Son of Cole is so good.
Yeah. My number 9 is Iron Man 3.
Ooh.
The worst thing about Iron Man 3
Yes.
is that they buckled with the Mandarin twist and made a short just to make it clear that the real Mandarin does indeed exist, even though we are never going to see him.
They did that?
Yep. They made a short called All Hail the King with Trevor Slattery in prison, and a guy's interviewing him, and then he points a gun at him, and he's got a 10 rings tattoo on his wrist, and he goes, you saw my boss's name, and he's not happy about it, or something. Because there's so much outrage over the Mandarin twist, they went, oh, well, the real Mandarin does exist, but we're never going to get it.
Yeah.
So,
why?
RDJ gets the most he's ever had to do in one of these, but Guy Pearce is a villain because girls don't sell toys. Also, it's set at Christmas for absolutely no reason.
Forgot to mention that.
Yep.
No, I didn't like that either.
So Maya Hansen was originally going to be the main villain, and Marvel said no because girls don't sell. They didn't think a female villain would sell toys.
Okay.
Because obviously everyone's got a load of Aldrich Killian toys.
Of course, I have several.
Yeah.
How many have you got?
53.
Good God.
Yeah. Some of them are custom though.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. One of them is even. It's not in the film, but it's him in the Iron Patriot armor as a nod to Norman Osborn. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh yeah. So now we're getting to. I think. Have we done? No, we're not quite at the point where we've done all of each of what we've all said. Yeah. We're not at the point where we've just got the same ones left yet. I thought we might be, but we're not.
No, I don't think we are.
What's your number 8?
Captain America: The First Avenger.
Okay.
I think that this is only better than Thor because I don't have to tilt my head.
That's fair enough.
Good music, good overall action. Villain is a tad weaker.
Yeah.
But I think that's just by the nature of it. What is it? It's just a Nazi Captain America.
I'm sorry, we just paused because I needed a shit.
Okay, so
you were saying?
The First Avenger.
Yes.
It's just a Nazi Captain America. The rest of it's pretty good. Tommy Lee Jones doesn't even care, as he never does.
Yeah.
Because it's Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He can do what he wants.
Yep.
It's Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, it is Tommy Lee Jones.
Also Hugo Weaving.
He is in this.
And the muscles.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of muscles.
Are we on number 8? Is this number 8?
I think we might.
Yeah, it's number 8. Yeah,
it's number 8. What's your
My number 8 is The Avengers.
Oh, Jesus.
I spent the entirety of my time rewatching The Avengers, trying to imagine it in widescreen as opposed to the aspect ratio it's actually filmed in, which is 16:9.
Which is the television ratio.
Television aspect ratio. So I was doing that whilst I was watching it, and kind of forgot to just watch the movie. But it's still really good, and just about holds up 7 years later. Just about. Joss Whedon knows how to make these characters interact, but I can't in good conscience defend Cap's suit in this, even though I desperately want to. This is not a good costume, is it?
Not particularly.
Especially not with a mask.
Definitely not with a...
So what it has in common with Ant-Man is the aspect ratio is not widescreen.
It's the... Oh, is that the same with Ant-Man?
Ant-Man is not quite 16:9. It's like... So Doctor Who Series 11 actually has this, where it's got... It's like 16:8.
So it's a little bit narrower.
little bit narrower, but it's not widescreen. And I don't think that it is 16:8, but it's got little tiny black bars at the top and bottom, so it's not full widescreen, but it's not 16:9. It's not full.
Screen.
Yeah,
it's nearly okay.
So, it's not full screen, but it's not widescreen.
Yours
either.
is just a cinematography, right?
Yeah,
okay.
And so like it genuinely made me want to put it in like an editing software and convert it to widescreen. But then you realise how important the aspect ratio is to some of the cinematography.
Yes.
And it's like, I can understand it because at the time Whedon was used to TV stuff, so using aspect ratio is comfortable with makes sense.
I mean, the way he composed shots, none of it was wasted.
But it's just weird, yeah, but it's just, in a cinematic universe, it kind of takes it out of the universe a bit.
It's the consistency.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because that's what, really just majorly two films that suffer from just the way they
Ant-Man suffers from it a bit less, I think, though, because everyone says that Avengers looks like a TV show because the lighting is a bit flat, but I think also the aspect ratio adds to that.
But I wasn't going to go with Ant-Man suffers from the way that they've shot things or way that they present things. It's Avengers and Thor.
Oh,
because of the tilts.
Yeah, because of the tilts.
If you got rid of the tilts and set all but that one scene, it'd be great.
Yeah, fair enough.
It'd be great. Your neck wouldn't.
I think maybe it's because like the New Mexico setting is supposed to be deliberately bland compared to Asgard.
Yeah.
But like just whacking a load of Dutch tilt to make up for that doesn't work.
Yeah.
What's your number 7?
My number 7 is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Okay, that's a big jump up, isn't it?
It's a very big jump up.
Mine. Although it is the same as Age of Ultron, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's too connected to the wider MCU. But it doesn't stand on its own enough.
I quite like it.
Yeah, you know.
I quite like it because the whole thing of Spider-Man was just Tony brought him in.
Yeah.
So, it's Tony.
But also it twats up the continuity.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's got the 8 years later title card, which you can pass off as a mistake. But then Tomb says that they've been doing it for 8 years as well.
Yeah. So...
And it's harder to look past that.
When you bring it up, yeah, but to be honest, I didn't really notice that. I didn't really care because Tomb's great villain.
Oh yeah, no, he's a great villain.
He's so
And that
good.
scene in the car is fucking incredible.
That scene in the car is just... Like, he's a bit suspicious, then it's more details revealed, and
yeah.
he just goes, "Thank you," is what he meant to say. And
yeah.
And Peter's like really baffled, and it's just like,
"Thank you, because I didn't kill you.
Thank you for saving your life." I was just like, oh. It's just so good.
Yeah.
It's such a good film. And you said you don't like the kind of tie-ins between all the ones. And
some of them work, but I think they're just too many.
Also, the Captain America stuff.
It's very good, but only really in the post-credits.
In the post-credits, it's magnificent in the post-credits. And it's just generally a film that I really like watching.
Well, you know, that's fair enough. My number 7 is Avengers Infinity War.
7?
Yeah.
Ooh!
Unlike Civil War,
yes,
I can't be edgy and call Infinity War massively overrated because it is such a masterclass in franchise storytelling that never feels like it's struggling with juggling its 7,000 main characters. Some surprise standouts are Mantis, Okoye, Wong, and Giant Peter Dinklage, although M'Baku just shows up and doesn't do anything, and for some reason Ruffalo unnecessarily shouts half of his lines. Also, that Beatles line is not funny. It's they're like a band, like the Beatles. Fuck off! You're not from the Why? He's supposed to be a very intelligent scientist.
Yeah,
but it is. I mean, these top 7 are all. I mean, all these top 10, the top 8, the top. All of these are all really good. They're pretty inseparable, to be honest.
They're good films. It's just what we prefer.
Yeah.
So, are we going to go on to number 6?
Yeah, what's your number 6?
Guardians 2.
You going to say anything more?
I don't really think Guardians needs much of an explanation.
Okay. My number 6 is Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Expertly managing to juggle two major comic storylines, along with following on from Age of Ultron and setting up Infinity War, Ragnarok is assured in its goofy comedy and irreverent tone, although the changes made to Thor as a character aren't as gradual as they perhaps should be. Mm-hmm. Like, he just starts the movie being more funny than he was in Age of Ultron.
He does.
Unfortunately, Tessa Thompson's accent is a bit all over the place, and Mark Ruffalo, here he is again, just looks directly into the camera whenever the rest of the cast upstage him with improv. There are times when when they're calling it the Avengers, he's like, because you're getting revenge and I'm getting revenge, and Ruffalo's like, undecided, and just looks straight into the lens. It's like, good one, Mark.
So Guardians 2 is in number 6 for me, just because I like watching the other films more.
Okay.
That's the only reason why it's in number 6. It's just, I'd prefer to watch these other ones, because I think soundtrack again is beautiful. Tie-ins to the wider Guardians continuity are great.
Yeah.
The villain being Ego, they managed to do a celestial / massive entity being thing.
Yeah.
And for a comic book, they didn't fuck it up like Galactus.
Yeah.
Or Parallax.
Yeah.
They did Ego justice.
Yeah. They managed to get a planet with a face, and it didn't look totally hilarious.
It was just. Also, Adam Warlock teased at the end of it.
Yeah.
I fucking love Adam Warlock in some comics. He's just so good, and it's just a really, really good film. Yeah.
Ragnarok, I think, it's good because it's so much of it is relies on the comedy.
Yeah.
And the improv.
But it's good comedy and improv.
And I the first time I rewatched it, I was worried that it was going to have a bit of the Deadpool problem, where it doesn't hold up on a second time because you know all the jokes.
Yeah.
But it manages to be better than just the jokes.
It does.
And it's really, really good. Although Immigrant Song is weirdly low in the sound mix. Both times. Yeah.
Okay. So, my number 5.
Top 5! Best of the best.
My number 5.
I think we've got more.
I have a feeling on number 1
we have at least 60% the same. Yes. In the top 5, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm confused as to what you put as your number 1, because I've got one and we both like the film.
What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Because I just really love it. It's such a good film, and it's the closest thing we're gonna get to Planet Hulk, which does sadden me a bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, you can't complain. You're getting Hulk being a gladiator.
Yeah, I think the CGI for Hulk is a little bit ropey in the gladiator in the fight scene.
But when Hulk is being Hulk, and you can see Mark Ruffalo in there, and I love Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, so win-win.
Yeah.
I just really like it. It's such a good...
I like the...
Also, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh shit, yeah. Jeff Goldblum. I like the Thor and Loki dynamic, and the fact that, Thor is just done with Loki's shit in this one. He's not falling for his tricks anymore. He's like, yeah, I knew you'd betray me, so I'll put an electric thing on you.
Also...
I'm off to be a hero. You can stay here and be in pain. Fuck off.
Also, perhaps my favourite ever tie-in to the wider cinematic universe.
With Doctor Strange, you mean?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
It's really short, snappy, entertaining. It doesn't belittle Thor.
Yeah.
It doesn't belittle Loki, because they're both just like, what in the fuck?
It kind of does belittle Loki a little bit.
For the fun of it, but
who cares?
Doctor Strange doesn't allow him to get into petty fights. And
he
just goes, no, go back.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. Really good film. Sound, also, gorgeous. I love Immigrant Song.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice.
Number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We've done another swap.
Cool.
Why
did you put this one higher than Ragnarok?
This one is somehow one of the funniest and most emotional of the bunch, as well as easily the most visually colourful and impressive.
Yes.
Guardians...
I forgot to say an emotional bit of Yondu time.
Yeah. Guardians 2 takes everything that worked in the first one and cranks it up to 11, so it is understandable that some people prefer this to Volume 1, but I don't. It refines the implementation of music from the first, and it knows exactly how to not overuse Baby Groot, which I'm very glad for. Yeah, this one was the one where I came closest to crying. I didn't, but Yondu's death scene is fucking emotional, man. And especially when, like, Kraglin goes mental because he sees all the fireworks and stuff.
Yeah. So...
Rocket is really good in this.
Why have you got Guardians 1?
You'll find out. You'll find out.
Not said it yet.
I've not said it yet.
Okay. So, it's just Yondu's death, man.
Yeah.
It may have been your father, but it was never your daddy. The heartstrings, man. They were just pulled. I never expected it from the Guardians to just be so emotional. Well, there was one bit in the first one.
Yeah.
But this one was just so good. Oh, right. Number 4?
What's your number 4?
Guardians 1.
Ooh.
Ooh. So, your number 1.
So, you wanna say a little bit about Guardians 1? This is getting intense now.
Right, okay. People say it to death as perhaps the greatest thing that's ever happened, but the music choices, love them. They're so good. The location design's great. The characters, great.
Yeah.
Set pieces, great.
Yeah.
It's just all so... Benicio del Toro as well.
Yeah.
He steals it in some of this.
Yeah.
He also steals it in another film where he's got even less time. But
yeah, fair enough.
It's just such a good film.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's emotion to it. I mean, Ronan is a bit flat, but
I think Ronan is better than people say he is, because I can buy the fact that everyone, all the other characters are like genuinely scared of him. To me, that kind of validates him more as a real threat than like Malekith or Yellowjacket.
You can say he's a bit flat as a villain, but you're just like, well, what does he do in the comics? He's just a big threatening presence who's a bitch to fight.
Yeah.
So, I've got no qualms with him. I do have a bit of a qualm with his design. But he is the correct blue, so good on you. My
number 4 is Captain America, the First Avenger.
Ooh. You've put this one rather high.
Almost definitely way higher on this list than it should be.
Yeah, I will say that. I'm not sure it's top 5 material. It is
the First Avenger understands how integral World War II is to the character of Captain America, so goes for a period piece and absolutely nails it.
It does.
It's a shame Hugo Weaving didn't enjoy this because he's really good, and Evans always feels like a small man in a big man's body, even though the skinny CGI doesn't really hold up.
Yeah, it's just...
I just love it, especially the USO stage show, the Star Spangled Man sequence.
Very good. Very, very good.
The costume.
Also the line where he frees the guys and said, I punched Adolf Hitler in the face over 200 times, and they're all just like, no.
You sure you know what you're doing? I've knocked out Adolf Hitler over 200 times. And they were like, oh shit.
Why haven't you killed him? I like how none of them think of that. They're just like, you've knocked him out 200
think that the period setting is so good. I just love it so much.
It's so good.
And like, I think it's... I don't even think it's the best of Phase 1. What am I on about? But it's really good.
I have a feeling I know what your favourite Phase 1 is.
Really, really good. Well, I mean, there's only one left. So, I mean, we've both got it left.
We do. It is
Here we go, top 3! We've not quite got the same top 3.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
So,
what's your number 3, Paul?
Iron Man.
Let me just... Yep, Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man number 3.
It's the one that kicked it off.
Yeah.
It's the one that's done Tony Stark the most justice. It's just so good.
The first is still one of the best.
It is.
Which is even more impressive considering Iron Man didn't even have a fully finished script when it started filming.
Yes.
Danny Genius casting was a stroke of genius.
Yes, it was.
And Jeff Bridges is one of the more underrated one-off villains, although he's there more to serve Tony's story than to have his own. It's just so good.
It's so good.
It's got the best Iron Man suit in it, the Mark III. It's the best.
Okay.
Don't argue with me. It is.
All right, fine then.
It's got Coulson in it. It's
got
just
Yinsen in it.
It's got Yinsen in it. It's got the Badass Mark 1. It's so good.
It's also got the Mark II, which I think is quite underrated considering what it is. It's a tech test.
Yeah.
It's just a tech test, and it looks glorious, and it also gives it a reason for the gold.
Yep.
And it's...
And then it becomes War Machine later.
And then there's just so many logical steps to the process of Iron Man. It's like, you see the Mark 1, and it's just like, super genius.
Yeah, they managed to make the really shit-looking original Iron Man design, like, have a realistic, bulky, built it in a cave look, and it's so good.
And it's fairly comic accurate as well, considering the conditions that he built it. I mean, it's not perfect, considering that he was held captive by a different group, and he had to do a different thing to escape.
Yeah, but
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You put two super geniuses in a cave, one of whom knows how to create a nearly infinite power source.
Yeah.
And who needs it for an electromagnet / escape plan, and you give them, I don't know, the materials from several massive high-tech missiles.
Yeah. It is believable enough for a comic book movie.
And also Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
He
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave!
This is...
With a box of scraps!
This is...
the best line in the entire MCU. Fight me. Don't at me. Or do. At the _master_cast. Hey!
Or at MasterCast Official.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Hey!
So, this is pretty much... what I'm going to say is pretty much stolen from Cinemawins. But, like...
I mean, you did steal Tommy Lee Jones Doesn't Even Care from Cinemawins.
Yeah, no, Tommy Lee Jones doesn't fucking care. But it's the what makes him such a great villain is the way he invades personal space.
Yeah.
So he just invades personal space. He's just he's an
does.
up close, intimate, intimidating villain.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a change from when it's at the time of release there isn't many villains to compare him to. In fact, there isn't any villain to compare him to. But when you watch the MCU as a whole, it's just like holy shit, this man is scary.
Yeah.
Like, not in a room with him. No. No, I'd be shit scared.
He's more intimidating than Thanos.
Definitely. Probably because you know he's not superpowered.
Yeah.
But he'd still fuck you up.
Yeah.
Just with his words. Just with his words, because it's Jeff fucking Bridges.
So, what is your number 2?
Avengers Infinity War. It's so fucking good, man.
Shut up, helicopter.
It's so good.
It is very good.
It's insanely good.
Yeah.
It ties in everything. I know you don't like Mark Ruffalo's bits as Bruce Banner. I quite like
He's
him.
alright, he's fine. He's just gets shown up a little bit by the rest of the cast.
I mean, you can pretty much sum up the quality of this film with just the opening. The attack on the Asgard ship. That is just so good.
Yeah.
It's... the presence of Thanos is just so fucking good. Everything about it is just so good. I love, apart from the fact that they couldn't call him Black Dwarf. Why?
Cool Obsidian's a cool name. That's a better name.
It's
a better name!
Also, they haven't got Supergiant.
I don't give a shit, mate.
Fine then.
Do you think my number 1 is the same as your number 1?
Right, let's address the elephant in the room. We both haven't said Winter Soldier yet.
So, is Winter Soldier my number 1?
And what's the other one you haven't said?
I'm not telling you.
The other one you haven't said is Guardians.
Do you think Winter Soldier is my number 1? Call it now, come on.
No. I don't think it is.
Number 2, Captain America the Winter Soldier.
Oh! I knew it because this was going to be a subjective list and you think it is. I'm going to call it now. It's objectively the best.
Yeah.
MCU film.
One look at the Winter Soldier, and it's not hard to see whether Russo's got promoted to directing Infinity War and Endgame. As they take a character who was sort of cool in their previous films and turn him into a straight grade A badass. Nick Fury's death is a bit cheap in hindsight, but it's a serviceable way to kick the plot into gear, although the way he first escapes the Winter Soldier is both stupidly baffling and bafflingly stupid.
Yes.
The way he cuts a hole in the ground.
With his lightsaber.
That's the only dumb thing. That's the only bad thing in this film.
With his lightsaber.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Good film. Objectively, best film ever. So brilliant. This... Well, you could say this is objectively the best film. Perhaps objectively the second best film is Infinity War.
Possibly, yeah.
With the amount of stuff that's just...
Oh, yeah. I mean, the way they managed to balance it all is incredible. I will give them that.
Yeah. So, is your number one?
Number one, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yep. Number one is Guardians of the Galaxy because it's Guardians of the Galaxy. James Gunn takes a bunch of characters you've never heard of, including a talking tree and a fucking raccoon, and makes them A-listers overnight. Its choice to use 70s and 80s music is damn near perfect. Its plot jumps from set piece to set piece without ever feeling like it's going too fast, and it's got Howard the Duck in its post-credits scene. What's not to love?
Yeah. And, of course, my number one is The Winter Soldier. I just love it so much.
That's it. So let's just get your list up so we can compare them. Now we've said them all.
Yeah. So
have you gone?
Would you like me to fix it?
Oh yeah, because you've still got some
Ant-Man. Dose. I can't be all.
Nah, you didn't put Ant-Man.
Oh shit! I put Ant-Man.
You put Ant-Man 2,
Ant-Man 1, and then Ant-Man 2, and then I did Homecoming below Guardians.
Yeah, you did Cap 1 above Thor.
I did.
See, Paul's done.
Guardians. Homecoming. And then I did Cap 1 above Thor. Okay.
So how many of them do we get the same? I don't think we had any that were the same, did we?
I don't think so, no. Iron Man 2.
Iron Man was. Iron Man 2 was.
Just the Iron Mans.
Well, Iron Man 3 wasn't. I don't think anything else was the same, was it?
No, it really
Ragnarok
and
Guardians
2 were swapped around. So,
wait, did I put Infinity War?
You put Infinity War at like number 5, number 6.
Damn, I put.
Was it top?
Oh, I switched it round there. Okay. Well, Ragnarok and Infinity War are.
So, would you like a recap of our 21s? 21.
Thor: The Dark World.
Hulk. 20.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
19. The Incredible Hulk.
Civil War.
Number 18. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Captain Marvel.
17. Captain America: Civil War.
Thor: The Dark World.
16. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Iron Man 3.
15. Ant-Man.
Avengers.
14. Captain Marvel.
Black Panther.
13. Thor.
Ant-Man.
12. Doctor Strange.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
11. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Doctor Strange.
10. Black Panther.
Age of Ultron.
9. Iron Man 3.
Thor.
8. The Avengers.
Captain America, the first Avenger.
And then I think hang on, because I've done this the wrong way. I've mixed up here Infinity War and Ragnarok, I think.
Have you?
Yeah, so when I put Ragnarok
What?
above Infinity War, change that around. 7 is Ragnarok for me, even though I said it was 6. It's 7.
Okay.
Ragnarok.
That was Homecoming for me.
6, Infinity War.
6, Guardians 2.
5, Guardians 2.
5, Ragnarok.
4, The First Avenger.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
3, Iron Man. 2, The Winter Soldier.
Infinity War.
And 1, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Winter Soldier.
Ooh. So they're sort of the same, apart from
Massive.
apart from you like Age of Ultron and Homecoming a lot more than me, as well as Dark World.
I mean,
but you like Civil War, Black Panther, and Iron Man 3 a lot less than me, and Avengers a lot less than me. So,
I mean, you were going to say that your list was edgy.
I thought there was no way you would put Civil War that low, especially not lower. Fucking hell, man.
You said yours was edgy, and then I think, did you run it through past Sarah?
Yeah, I ran it past my sister.
And she was just like,
yeah.
And then there was mine.
And then there was yours, which was really edgy. Wow.
My opinion.
Yeah, well,
it's
I think Civil War's really gone down since it released, hasn't it?
Yeah, it
Just
has.
generally, people still really like it, but I think it's just an Avengers movie that they called Captain America.
It is.
And made Captain America the main character.
That's why it suffers.
Yeah.
Because the only problem is, the whole point of Captain America, he is World War II man.
Yeah.
And the minute you take him out of World War II, he sort of loses a little bit of his charm.
Yeah. Although you did put Winter Soldier at number 1, so...
Because that was him adapting to the times very, very fucking well.
So, out of the 3 phases, which do you think is, like, the best overall phase?
Oh, sweet Jesus. The phases are distinguished by their Avengers films, aren't they?
Yeah. Avengers is phase 1, Age of Ultron is phase 2, Infinity War is phase 3.
Oh, God.
It's so difficult. I don't know. I kind of want to say phase 3, but I also don't. But, like, that one's got an advantage because it's got more.
Yeah, it does.
It's got 9.
But, correct me if I'm wrong, but phase 2 is Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then that's it, isn't it?
What's this? Phase 2, Iron Man 3, Dark World, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man.
Ooh, maybe.
You want to say phase 2?
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning towards phase 1.
Phase 1 is damn good. Considering...
Because, half of... Right, well, let's think about it, yeah? Half of... In terms of, like, what's in my top 10, half of...
Patch, no.
Phase 1 has 2... In my top 5, there's 2 phase 1, 2 phase 2...
Yeah.
And a phase 3, yeah?
In my top 5, there was a phase 2, a phase 3, a phase 1,
Iron Man,
phase 2 again, because...
Guardians of the Galaxy you had number 4, didn't you?
Yeah, and then number 5, I believe, was Ragnarok, phase 3.
Oh, okay.
So mine's pretty balanced.
And then what's in your 5 to 6?
Hang a minute. It's the dog.
6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Yeah, what's in your 6 to 10?
6 to 10 is Guardians 2, which is phase 3, Homecoming, which is phase 3, Capcom, which is phase 1, Thor, which is phase 1, and Ultron.
I've got Infinity War, Ragnarok, and Black Panther, which are all phase 3, and then Avengers and Iron Man 3, which are phase 1 and phase 2 respectively, which means in my top 10 I've got 3 phase 1, 3 phase 2, and 4? Phase 3?
I'm just altering the list to
I think
include what phases they're in so you can look better. Guardians 2 is phase 2, isn't it? Well, Guardians 2 is phase 3. So.
Yeah.
Jesus, what? Different numbers have never been harder. That's the phase 1. That's also phase 1. And this is the end of phase 2.
Ant-Man.
Well, I call Ultron the end of phase 2.
Yeah, but Ant-Man is the end of phase 2.
I know. So, I have, in the top 5, 2 phase 2s, which are both higher than the phase 3s. And sandwiched in the middle of them is Iron Man 1. And then, in the 6 to 10, I have 2 phase 3s, 2 phase 1s, and 1 phase 2. So, overall, I have 4 phase 3s in my top 10.
Yeah, so do I.
I think that's due to the fact...
There's more.
There is more. And they're all generally better quality because they really got the hang of it then.
Yeah, they got into the groove. Right, what about in your bottom 5 then?
Bottom 5. Oh Jesus.
Maths.
Maths.
Oh, for fuck's sake! This is literally it's just the same
Hulk's 1.
as in my top 5 in terms of the number of them.
Iron Man 2's 1. Civil War is
3.
Captain Marvel's 3. And Dark World is 2. So it's 2 3s, 2 1s, and a 2.
Yeah, I've got a 3, 2 2s, and 2 1s. I guess Phase. My gut feeling, I want to go Phase 1, but I don't know. As much as I think 2014 was just the best year for Marvel Studios, it was not been top.
That's not a thing. That's a no.
But Phase 2 as a whole is not quite there. Even though Iron Man 3 is really good, Winter Soldier and Guardians are my top 2, but like Thor: The Dark World is bad. Age of Ultron's a mess, and Ant-Man is just fine.
I mean, just
shit. I don't know.
It's hard trying to say which phase is the best.
Right, fuck it. I'm going Phase 1.
You got Phase 1?
Gut instinct, Phase 1.
Okay.
Iron Man, First Avenger, The Avengers, Thor. They're all really good. Incredible Hulk, I quite like. It's just Iron Man 2, which is fine. It's still sort of enjoyable. It's just a bit
meh.
Avengers baiting.
I mean, I think I'm going to have to agree with you on that. I mean, just because of our list, it seems to be the one that we just generally like.
Yeah.
That was our Marvel rankings.
Yeah.
By no means are any of the Marvel films particularly bad.
No, I don't think any of them are objectively bad.
No.
I think at worst they are a bit messy and bland.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a testament to them because they've pumped out 21 films. 2, but we haven't seen the second one.
3
because...
Far From Home. Although that's in... Which apparently is now the end of Phase 3.
Oh.
Instead of Endgame, because...
Fuck off.
I know, it's just dumb, innit?
God damn it, Spider-Man, you're ruining all the fucking continuities. So, by no means are any of them bad films. They're all really great. They've pumped out 21 films so far that we've seen. And to have all of them be in the good bracket of film...
At least.
Good or better.
Yeah.
Is just astonishing. Because, I mean, what? Harry Potter, they've done 8 films.
Well, they've done 10 films, if you count the 2 Fantastic Beasts films.
Harry Potter have done 8 films.
Fantastic Beasts 1 is good.
Harry Potter has done 9 films.
Hey, listen, mate, you haven't had to watch Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, whose fault is that? Not mine. I'm going to keep it that way.
I mean, when you compare it to the DCEU...
That's just atrocious.
Man of Steel.
Can we class...
Look, it's Jesus!
Can we class Batman as separate to the DCEU?
Well, not DCEU Batman as separate to the DCEU, but like the Dark Knight trilogy.
And the Lego Batman movie.
And the Lego... Well, yeah, because they're not in the DCEU, you fucking idiot.
But they are DC
the DCEU is Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman... That's Justice League.
Oh, Jesus.
Aquaman and Shazam.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, Marvel, just this. They're good. They are just a money printing and good movie making studio.
Do you think you will cry at Endgame? Because people have. People who don't cry have cried at Endgame.
And that's the thing, because I was going to say I'm not normally a person
who
cries in films.
But people who don't cry at films have cried at Endgame. Chris Evans apparently cried 6 times during it.
God. And he's more man than any of us could dream to be. Jesus wept.
No, Chris Evans wept.
Yeah, no, Jesus wept.
Oh, I see what
Just.
You mean Peter Capaldi?
Oh god.
Peter Capaldi is my Jesus.
I know he's your Jesus. Your religion is rather small, Johnny.
My religion is the best religion. Fuck Christianity.
Gonna get in trouble for that. Anyway, yeah, it's just. I don't know if I'll
I don't know
cry.
if you can hear my loud dog, mascot of the channel.
I don't know if I'll cry. If I cry, I cry, and I'll weep like a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, this has been fun.
it has been immensely fun.
And if you are still listening,
Credit to you.
yeah, thanks for that. Let us know your ranking if you want to, or maybe just your top and bottom 3 or 5 or whatever, I don't know.
Put it down in the comments.
Yeah!
No, genuinely, would be really interested to see.
Yeah.
If you, like, dispute...
Tell us how retarded we are for putting Civil War so low.
Yeah, actually. So, if you have any kind of commentary on the list, or you'd like to have a bit of a discussion about it, just YouTube comments.
Yeah, let us know!
Because I think that'll actually be a pretty engaging thing.
Yeah.
Because this is bound to, like, just go, oh, it's a Marvel recap, might as well do that.
Yeah.
Please
Why is
don't.
it raining? Bloody rain.
If Ethan, if you comment spoilers about Endgame, I'll kill you. Because he's watching it right now.
Ooh.
Well, as we're recording, he's watching Endgame.
Oh. Well. Prick.
He's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Is he said he's gonna tell me his general feeling about the film.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll take that one. But I have threatened to several people, if you ruin Endgame, you will no longer have testicles. That has been my threat to someone if they spoil Endgame.
That's fair enough.
I just love the fact that the whole MCU community has just gone together and just gone, don't spoil Endgame. Don't be a
so yeah, so that's it's really raining now, isn't it? Wow. That's our ranking. Also, we're going to be doing more MasterCast minis. There will be about 5 going up. Well, at least 4. Are we going to release one on Monday? Because the original plan was to do one every Monday, but
we might do one on Monday.
we might have one on Monday, but if not, you already had 2 this week. You're getting one tomorrow if you're listening to this on the Friday it goes up. Have to shout over the rain! We're going to have a spoiler-free review of Endgame up on the Sunday, which will either be just me or both of us, or maybe just Paul, but probably not.
I can do a spoiler-free one.
Yeah, but I mean filming yourself, Paul. It's big for you.
Yeah, shit.
What's that? I can't hear you!
It might be a problem because cameras. Ah! Sorry, Patch. I know I shouted. Johnny shouted first. It wasn't me.
So that's... Oh, now the dog's
Okay,
getting...
wrap it up quick.
Wrap it up. Back it up. Back it up. Just back it up. Back it up.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Come on, back it up.
Okay.
So, if you want to tell your own Marvel rankings, put it in the comments. If you dispute any of our claims,
Oh my god, it's all going to shit.
And think we're really just thick for doing anything.
Yeah,
Let us
which
know.
we are.
Because come on, Johnny, stop fighting Patch quick.
Go. Bye bye.